get to that next level to get to where I need to be. I think a lot of people when they um, I'm just thinking about all these like mega stars that play football and basketball at the college level. They go out there and they train, they work hard, they put forth a body and make things happen to where they're not having to look over their shoulder and wonder, well, okay. So it's a question: are you training? There's a process that comes when you have rose to the occasion and say, you know what, I'm training. Just like a boxer goes into a fight, he doesn't go into a fight without the proper training, without the proper practice. He goes into that fight all ready to go, amped up, ready, laces up. Ah. Okay, there you go. Laces up, Jeff. Right? No, he goes into a fight all ready to go, prepared. Have you prepared properly? And that's really what it comes down to. See, a lot of times people they they don't approach things in the same way that somebody that is playing in a sport does, or somebody that's training for a fight. They go at it like, oh, I'm just gonna wing it, and they get lackluster results. They get results that are just kind of subpar. Like, why would you do that? Why would you train for something and get subpar results? Results that are not what your very best is. See, a lot of times people, when they go training for something, right? You're going for the gold. You're not like striking the lottery. See, a lot. I've just thought about this too. A lot of these guys out there today, these coaches, they got the $1 million contracts and all that, and they go out there and they put forth a solid track record that is basically, look, I can do this. This is what I can do. X, Y, Z. Boom, 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 and then they produce solid results every single time. And it's really what it comes down to, and if you really think about it, it's your track record that determines a lot in how you are perceived. It's your track record that is what helps you prepare to that next level for whatever that promotion may be. Your track record, how you mentally prepare, will get you to. If you don't prepare at all, then you know the result is going to be, well, you're not going to get the promotion. You're not going to get that next level. Imagine if, for a second, if Michael Jordan had never practiced a day in his life, he just showed up, hey, I'm Michael Jordan. I'm here to do whatever. I'm here to play basketball. Played it hardly at all. He just shows up on a pickup court, and next day he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go play for North Carolina. No, he had to prove himself. He had to practice. He had to get himself ready so that for that time to where he ain't gotta people aren't having to wonder, oh, can this guy play? No, they've seen the footage. Same deal with LeBron James. You can knock these guys for all you want. Same thing. It's like you don't just start out the day and like, oh, I'm gonna be Bill Gates tomorrow. No, it doesn't work that way. You could say, well, there's always the lottery. True, I'll give you that. But the vast majority of people don't win the lottery. There's only a select few that win the lottery, and then guess what? They either go into poorhouse eventually, or they figure out what they want to do with their winnings, and they do that. But a vast majority of the people that go into the lottery, that win the lottery, guess what? Are not successful. They end up doing everything wrong. They spend all the money on like a lavish lifestyle of just party, party, party. That's what they do. They're not smart with the resources they've been given, and so then they wonder why in 5 years why they're living out of a trail house, why they're not living in a mansion anymore, because they spent all that money that they earned on their lifestyle. Their lifestyle got the best of them. And so now they're sitting there licking their wounds, wondering, well, I can, or they're working a job that's way below their skill set. They're working a job that they know they could be working in a better place, but they chose not to. They said, you know what, and that, you know, but that's just reality right there. That's really where it's at. See, a lot of people, when they set out for doing something, for good things, and they set out to put their best foot forward, what do? What do they end up doing? They end up sacrificing what they know is true, what they want to do, instead of what they should be doing. There's a lot of people out there, that people would have never rose to the occasion if they would have never practiced. They never put the time in. If you put the time in, you will see better results. You'll see a result that says, hey, this guy put the time and the effort to do and to make this what it is. See, a lot of times people will negotiate or go around you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You know what? That's fine. You can go out there and you could go kick ass or not. It's your choice. You go out there today and just be an awesome worker. I have a part-time job. They appreciate me for what I do. It may not be the most glamorous job to some, but it's what it is. I appreciate that. I don't mind being a blessing. It's because you're in that position to be a blessing, no matter what. You're there because they're blessed because you're there. And that's how you got to view it, And see, and that's the thing too. When you're training for something, great. Yes, you're going to have adversity. Yes, you're going to have stuff that's going to get the worst of you. We all have those days. We all have those moments where it's like, God dang it, why did this have to happen today of all things? Like, you wanted to do whatever. But that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Yeah, and I think that a lot of times when they set out to be the best, they try to be somebody that they never thought they could be, but they are. Hey man, that's where it's at. That's where the real power is at right there. It's not so much in trying to be somebody that you were never meant to be. See, there's a lot of people out there trying to fill somebody else's shoes. You were never called to fill those shoes. That's a matter. We'll say, man, I wish I could be like so and so. They're doing this and that, and that's fine and good. I'm happy for them. They deserve that. They worked hard. They prepared. They did it. What did you do? You went to your job. You put your time in. But you didn't train. You didn't train for the next step. So what did you do? You whined about the way things are. You whined about the way things what could have been instead of what is. Instead of doing something, you made a choice, you made a decision to say, you know what, I want better for myself, I want better for family, for myself, and for my loved ones. So what did I do? And a lot of times what people do, they go out there and get a better job. They go out there and get something that is going to, that they think is to solve their problems. And not thinking about going out there and making something happen, going out there and doing something. You got to make something happen. If you want the life that you need to have. You got to go out there and you got to make it happen. You got to go out there and go make that dream a reality in that regard. See, a lot of times people, what they'll do is I just want to make this a reality here. You know, I want this to be a reality. I want something to be. We all have dreams. We all have a vision of what we look at, and what we want. But is it really what you really called and want? Was it really called? Was it really something you were called to get or to have in the first place? Or is it something you just want to, you just think it would be nice? You know? I'm not against having nice things, believe me. You know, I'm all for that. It's okay to have nice things. It's okay to really have what you were supposed to have. You know? Don't ever get to the end of this life and wonder what could have been. And wonder, man, I could have had. And the biggest crushing defeat of all, letdown of all, is to realize that you could have had more. And to find out that and to know that you lived in a shack your whole life. You lived way below the level that you were called to live. You were called for greatness, and so therefore live in that way. See, a lot of times people will settle for something far less than what they know they can live, far less than what they know they're capable of. And the one element that separates the great from the good, from the average, is what? What is it? It's preparation. It's putting your time in. When you put your time, you will get the benefits of what that looks like. You will get the rewards of having spent the time and putting the effort into being something great. See, a lot of times people always wonder, well, how am I going to get to this point of being great when I don't know where to start? Biggest thing I tell you is what? You just got to start. Start. Takes a small step. That small step is what will get you to the next step, whatever that is. You know, it's funny how you can speak things into being, and there it is. Like I remember yesterday, I think it was on another video or something. I was talking about creating an app. Of course, this is the crazy thing with our phones these days, right? They hear what we're talking about all the time. It's like talking to somebody all the time, because that phone is constantly taking in input. And it's like, hey, well, I heard you're looking for an app to build an app. Here's a site. Yeah, okay, thanks, Google. But yeah, there you go. But I knew I threw out a lot for somebody, and that's really what it is. See, a lot of times people, they forget that you were made for something greater than yourself. You were made for something better than just going to a job that you maybe don't like all the time, going to something that you don't believe that you do. But when you understand that you were made for something that was better than what you know, see, a lot of times you gotta believe that you have greatness and potential on the inside. If you don't believe that, let me tell you this: you do have that greatness. Everybody has that seed of greatness, that seed of potential on the inside that will rise up when there's great adversity, when everything's on the table. There is greatness. No matter if you believe that or not, that's fine and good. If you don't, you're not gonna like it, not gonna hate on you if you don't. It is what it is. But if you simply can latch on to that truth, man, I'll tell you one thing: change your direction, or change
the way you see things, the way you see life. I see a lot of times people will go and do something in hopes that it's going to pan out. Go and do something in hopes that it's going to make, and it starts with sowing a seed. Sowing seeds is probably the easiest thing to do. But the hardest thing to that is what? The hardest thing with sowing a seed is waiting for that to grow. It's in that waiting time that you start to realize what you've got. It's in that. Put this spring soon, right? It's not now. It is spring actually. Think about a seed and how that seed takes time to grow. It takes time to mature. It takes time to mature. You can't just have. You don't just have a seed, have a giant fruit, or a what do you call it? You don't have. You don't just start out with a. With a you don't just start out with a. With a vegetable of some sort. You start out with a seed. It has to grow. And that seed grows. And then it grows into something greater that can be used. But see, that's the biggest thing when it comes down to it. So, but that's really what it comes down to. I think a lot of times people are just kind of always looking to see how they can grow. And that's really what it comes down to is and I know through a lot out there. You can certainly take it in and digest it, and and that's okay. It's okay. I think a lot of times we think that we've got it all figured out. We think that we have everything that we need. And it's like, take time to really think about what it is that you're doing that's going to get you to that next level, that's going to get you that next promotion, and go to that level. And you know what? It may be something that can get you to where you need to be. And it's all about taking the next step. I think that's really what it comes down to is, being in a position where you have to be a success. See, a lot of times people will start to wonder and question whether or not they can be a success, or if they can have everything that God wants you to have. And there's no question, no doubt in my mind that if He wants what's best for you, then guess what? He will make a way for you to have what he wants you to have. And see, a lot of times people will discredit themselves because of their own situation, because of what they have experienced, because of what they've done. And they said, I can never get this. I can never do that. I can never have kids. I can never have good kids or have a good job or have good this or that. And they discredit themselves because of their past. Important to not discredit what you do. And don't allow that to, because that's the number one pitfall of the enemy right there, is to undermine you and what you do or what you've done. You know, and that's where a lot of people fall short. That's why a lot of people lose out when it comes to preparation. They don't prepare. They don't fully realize that your adversity is going to come when the minute you start doing something, the minute you start changing where you need to be. You know, and I'm a living testimony of that.